What do you want, Millie? What do you want? Go. Good girl.
Alright, what's going on everybody? My name is Pablo, for those of you who don't know me. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys a full day of eating with whatever I have in my kitchen. Alright, when it comes to cutting, you guys are going to want to eat as much as possible for the least amount of calories as possible. And not only that, you feel like you're eating more. I mean, technically you are eating more, but you're getting away without getting fat. And again, the whole thing with it is that like, you can basically eat anything on a cut. Like, if I really wanted to, I could eat this whole thing, but I shouldn't, right? I'm not gonna feel that great. Like, I can still lose weight by eating this like whole box. One, you start losing muscle. Two, you feel like absolute caca. So I'm gonna be showing you guys a little bit of how I do my breakfast, and maybe you guys can take some inspiration from this. All right, boom. So this is super simple. You're just gonna wanna get like some butter, obviously cut like half a tablespoon. And again, butter is actually your best friend. Do not stop eating butter. Just be very careful with it, obviously, because you don't want to overeat your calories. I kind of want a third egg, I'm not gonna lie. I do use a scale. It is super useful. You don't have to use it, to be completely honest with you. We'll do 4.3 ounces and then boom. I'm gonna use a smaller plate just to trick my brain into thinking that I'm eating more. I'm gonna throw some cheese on here. This is 60 calories and it's mozzarella. Again, just trying to make your meal as interesting as you can so you never get bored. This stuff is really good. I don't eat it as often anymore. I've already ate through like half of it. It's really good to kind of just have things like this in reserve so that whenever you're like, oh, I feel like I want peanut butter and banana, or like peanut butter and crackers and stuff like that, just like little snacks that are low calorie. All right, always get the Minecraft banana. You're not gonna want to skip out. These are amazing for gains. Boom. All right, see, this is what I'm saying. Literally just get creative. There's peanut butter, banana, chocolate syrup. All right, so I did quickly write down everything here just so that I wouldn't forget. So this whole entire thing, 105 grams of carbs, which is really good for pre-workout because I'm gonna go work out in like an hour, hour and a half. 55 grams of protein. I kind of want to, I'm not gonna lie, I really want to. Actually, I'm gonna have some of these. These are my vitamins that I usually use. I did make a video on this as well, how to cut for the summer. But again, I just have a multivite, magnesium, zinc, and I have niacinamide. All right, so it's about midday and I got some blackberries, literally half a cup, probably only like 40, 50 calories, so.
Bro, I just can't stop eating this.
All right, so this is indeed my last meal. Chicken, some cheese, some hot mustard, and obviously, can't forget about the orange. Recently, I've been eating a lot of fruit just because it's like really low in calorie. It's like candy as well. I think that's my favorite part about it, that it tastes like candy, but it's not really candy. But diet is one of the biggest things. If your diet is not straight, you probably won't grow. But yeah, just gonna chow down on this, and it's honestly been a really long day. So I'm just ready to eat this and probably go to sleep soon. Extremely simple. If you don't cook, please try learning. Because man, it is so ridiculously worth it. Everything's just cheaper. You get to figure out and do new things. Honestly, this was just salt, pepper, lemon juice, rosemary. Just threw that on a pan, let it simmer for a little bit, and then I just fried it. That's why it's got the that goldenness to it. And I recently found this out. Anything that's like citrusy, super low in calories. I personally love bananas. Like I love them, I love bananas. But the only thing is that they're just so high in carbs. More than oranges, which surprises me because it's like, I think oranges are maybe just a little more sweet. If you eat 2 bananas, that's 200 calories. If you eat 2 oranges, full-size oranges, it's like 120 calories. When I was dieting, I wasn't really dieting, right? So I'd slam a whole box of Little Caesars within 10 minutes. Brother, I just ended up gaining weight. Well, obviously, but I mean, that was the whole point, right? I was bulking, but throughout the process, I was gaining unnecessary fat. Which, I mean, sure, if you're a little bit of a beginner, you get some crazy gains. After you get to that 4 or 5 year mark, you start growing very slowly. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, right? But if you're planning to compete, you're probably gonna wanna work out for a really long time. Because there are people that are pretty devoted to this, and all they do is eat, sleep, think, breathe, gym. And I'm not saying that's technically a bad thing, but to some extent, it starts getting pretty unhealthy, right? Because you're prioritizing that all the time. And sure, you know, the Bible says you should, you know, work out and keep your body healthy. But if you're always thinking about it, always prioritizing it, then it starts to become a little obsessive. What ends up happening, you start tweaking out over the littlest things. What you eat, how you see yourself. Oh, I didn't push 315 this workout. Rest of your week is ruined. But if you do bench 315, you might be happy for a day or two. But I think it starts to outweigh. And sure, maybe in the moment, you might not feel like it, but I'm pretty sure other people will. They start to point it out. I was like, hey man, it's not even that serious. You think it is super serious, right? Or you see it as being like #1. You know, we can do things that we really enjoy, things that we really like, without even noticing that they're actually hurting us. And I remember maybe like 3 years ago, I was obsessing over it. And I mean, at the time, it didn't really feel like it, right? But people around me were saying, hey man, you talk a lot about the gym. It's like all you talk about. Little did I know, it was actually hurting me. Mentally, that is. And I think a really big portion of that can also be applied to everyday life. Because it's like, too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Too much of anything is a bad thing. If you're not leading with moderation, it can actually become pretty destructive. No matter how good it is, right? If I wanted to, I can eat 60, 70, 80. They're good, but then once you eat a little too many, then that's where things start to get a little bad. They don't start to be as appetizing. It starts hurting your teeth, your mouth because of how citrusy, how acidic it is. I mean, you know, you might really like oranges. I mean, I don't even know who would eat 60, 70, 80 oranges, but you get my point, right? But yeah, that was a full day of eating and the workout. I think it's always important to go to failure, just because that's the way that you're gonna make your body be like, hey bro, you gotta adapt. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this. I will be making more videos, so please be sure to subscribe. Comment down below if you wanna see more of this stuff, but I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.